Oh hell nah! What the?
Yeah,
Hold on, let me see.
it's okay.
Let me see.
Looks like you're in a store. It's okay.
I got sent some PCs the other day, some computers, and they're at the back. It's what you see.
Oh hell nah.
I don't get it. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Let me just at least close the door. Because there's people in the house, you know. People that live here.
Bro, these kids, these two should be living in Kid Nation, okay? They would benefit tremendously from living on Child Island.
Maybe the devil lives with you.
Bro, it's a fake house, okay? What it is.
I know. I'm just. Bro, go ahead.
Yeah. I feel like I don't hear people talk about this very often, okay? But here's the reality, right?
What
the absolute reality, and people will not understand this, but the reality is, okay, you've made a name for yourself, okay, on whatever social media platform, right? And you've gained an certain amount of traction, and you've made a lot of followers, and now have a lot of power and impact on people. If you decide
That's correct.
Yeah.
That is correct. I've realized that recently. Yes.
Fair enough. And you also have acquired a certain amount of money with that, right?
Yes, of course.
So people see you, and they either know or they don't. Correct?
Okay, that's
but
correct.
If they get to know you within a certain amount of time, which is very, very short, they will know for a fact, right?
That is correct. Everything you said so far is 100% facts. We all agree. Yes.
XQC will not get rolled by Adin Ross. That's insane.
And build a solid
You're wrong.
Connection with somebody that is built on strong fundamentals that will last
You're
for a while.
just wrong.
Knowing that very fact, and that they know it.
So I'm gonna tell you what I think, because I haven't experienced that really. But here's what I really think. I think from someone like you or I have to gain something from that person. Like I have to basically. It sounds really selfish and up. But like, let's say it's like a girl. You know what I mean, that I meet, and I'm super duper attracted. Maybe in my life I have super bad mother issues, and maybe she can give me that motherly kind of comfort and feeling that I never experienced. I'm just speaking for. I have a very good relationship with my mother. I'm just speaking for someone else. You know what I'm trying to say? So some of that I'm missing that I see in her, and maybe it's the same thing from my end as well. Like
no one has in the history of getting rolled has ever been rolled by Adin. Okay.
Never experienced. But I'm gonna be honest. It's super,
the only time Adin rolls anybody is when he rolls himself on accident.
Expect the moment.
I think it's possible.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it's possible.
So
I think if you were to do
I think it is possible. I think it is possible. I just think it's very rare.
Because what you're talking about would be something that would be something that you called a transactional. They get something, you get something. There's an exchange happening, almost a transaction, and it's okay to have transactional things.
Yeah. It's sad that that's how it has to be. Like I think, like for example, for me.
Actually, I'm not gonna lie. His fans get rolled by him regularly. The only people that are like sillier than Adin are his fan base. They get scammed.
So they need to have goals, and they need to be rich, and they need to have power.
Okay, my lifestyle is not normal, right? I live a very lavish lifestyle. I do. I don't. My lifestyle is lavish right now. It is. So the person that I'm with next has to kind of be not shocked and not freak out over the way I live.
Not possible.
No?
And in my opinion, the impact that they get out of entering that, the impact that they get out of sustaining in that, the impact that they will feel when exiting that and going back to whatever, all these will play in a role that is far too heavy for them to handle and treat you as you and not treat you as you with whatever the around you. It's not. It's like human nature.
Inevitable to.
It's why.
Yeah, I
it's why, in my opinion, you have to get somebody who is rich and has power and has influence.
This is just like Kid
same way that you
Nation.
do. Literally, otherwise it's just not gonna work. That's my take.
Except neither of them know how to work PVC
Drake.
pipes.
I want to tell you about Drake. You got it down the notch. I'm gonna tell you what I think about Drake. Think about it. Drake is Drake. He could DM anyone he wants. Not all, but most of the time, the girl's gonna reply and basically go see him. Correct? It's Drake.
That's tough though. Drake is like the hyper echelon, the hyper top echelon of it.
So let me explain what I'm gonna say. Right. The reason why I truly believe that Drake hasn't got married and done that whole process is because he sees the failing of humanity. Like, let me just say one thing. Do you know how many faithful people?
He's seen the Huz.
Do you know how many people Drake's probably DM that are taken in like in loving relationship that they probably flown out the next day to go meet with Drake? You know what I'm saying?
You
Like,
could make about 95% plus of the girls, of the hot girls on Instagram, either cheat,
Yep.
leave, or divorce, whatever they have,
100%. Yes.
in a
What?
period of like a singular day.
Drake?
To week max. To
What?
1 to 7 days, 90%.
No.
They will just put everything aside and
I mean, unless they're like
Right. I
awful
agree with you.
people in general. 95% of women on Instagram, I guess he says hot girls of Instagram are being charitable.
Because I don't know.
It's not because then
It's not. You're being realistic. Yes, I know. It's not sad, but it's just like. So, do you think you're ever gonna be married and have children?
no.
Okay. I believe I'll have children one day.
Well, this is not something. This is not something that's a secret. Something that I've said consistently over the years. I've said that consistently over the years. Everyone knows about this. I think these commitments are it's super insanely heavy, especially with a kid. I think a kid. I'm not ready to raise it. And on top of that,
I'm not saying right now, but I said one day. Do you think you'll ever have children? I'm not saying right now. You're right. I don't want a kid right now. I'm just saying one day. Would you ever want a kid? One day.
It's a commitment that I don't think I'm responsible or will be responsible enough to do, right?
Yeah.
And if done in the future, it'd be done so smartly, there'd be a lot of safeguards for it.
Bro, why is he talking about like he's talking
let me
about
show you.
having a kid like a video game?
And then you're gonna get it. Yeah. I like setting up safeguards. You know what a safeguard is or not?
Safeguard.
A
No.
safeguard is something that makes it so you basically, if you fail, a safety net, a fail safe. It is a fail safe.
A fail safe. Okay. What?
A fail safe. If you, but I'm not going again. But listen, if you fail, something picks up the ball. A safety net. Let's say I tell
Yes,
you.
I get that. It is. Yes.
Having a
Listen,
kid-
the moment you have a child in this world, you don't live your life for you anymore. You live your life for the child, and that's facts.
Yeah, but I'm
So I
not,
get what
I'm
you're
not
saying.
good at living life for somebody else or other things than myself.
Okay, then you're not ready, and as you mature, I believe if you're ready, one day you're ready.
No,
If you know that, then
XQC
don't
is
do it.
surprisingly mature
You're still trying to,
for how
you're still
Pepega
looking
he
out,
sounds,
bro.
but he's saying he's not ready and responsible enough to have a child, but when he does, he wants to make sure that it's like well taken care of, and like one point of failure doesn't ruin the kid's life.
But still, I mean, I'm not ready to get kids and shit like that and make mega commitments that are like lifelong. I can't even commit to my next meal, bro.
I know. Listen, that whole topic about children and stuff, the reason why I ask is I was just kind of trying to see, like, so how do you, what do you see in your future? What do you see yourself doing in 10 years from now? When you're 40?
Oh my god.
that's good.
Whatever that comes with is fine because I always make sure that I'm happy and things are fulfilling, whatever the cost.
This is great content.
It's kind of my philosophy.
For the
Whatever
people
the
who said
cost,
like
it-
go
it's
in there
a
and get
life worth living.
involved, I would ruin
Yeah,
it.
boring
This
ass
is wonderful
I wanna
content
fucking
overall.
Be out here and shivering and oh my god, if this happens, it's gonna be bad. Even oh my.